Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for Tuesday evening, 21st of July. The time is exactly 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. Cultural villages contribute to preservation of societal culture. Shaha'iyamo Nursery prepares 135,000 tree seedlings for planting. West African leaders approve Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline. And U.S. imposed new 50% tariff on $20 billion worth of Canadian products. Great to have you with us. Proceeding with our full reports. The cultural village displayed at the National Festival 2026 are making a significant contribution to the preservation of national culture and societal values. The comment was made by Mr. Asmarom Tsagabrhan, chairman of the Holidays Coordinating Committee in the Central Region. Mr. Asmarom indicated that the Central Region's displays include folklore, traditional culture and house representing the Tigrinya and Tigray ethnic groups, as well as traditional songs and dances. The displays are presented mainly by youth from the region. The exhibits have been arranged in one designated area, creating a significant opportunity for visitors to observe and understand all components of the region's culture and history. Mr. Asmarom further noted that the traditional houses and household materials displayed at the festival date back between 100 and 200 years. The folklore and cultural displays include traditional mourning ceremonies, marriages, and other cultural practices of society on which thorough research has been conducted. The display also includes photographs reflecting the strong effort being made in the region to ensure the provision of potable water, develop infrastructure, and implement development programs, as well as photographs of historical buildings in Asmara. Visitors, on their part, called on parents to bring their children to the festival ground so that they can learn about and understand their culture, history, and the noble societal values of the country. Similarly, Mr. Hamid Mohammed Siraj, chairman of the Festival Coordinating Committee in the Ansaba region, reported that the region is displaying products reflecting its natural resource at the national festival. Mr. Hamid said that by visiting the Ansaba region's cultural village, everyone can gain an understanding of the history, culture, and traditions of the various ethnic groups in the Ansaba region. The Ansaba region cultural village featured displays of folklore, traditional houses, and the lifestyles of the Bilan, Tigray, and Tigrenya ethnic groups. The Shaha'iyamo Nursery Center has prepared 135,000 tree seedlings for planting during the current rainy season. Mr. Taglamaram Haile, a forestry and wildlife conservation expert, said that the indigenous and other tree seedlings are expected to be planted by participants in the student summer work program, individuals, schools, and other institutions. Mr. Tasfaif Sahaye, manager of the nursery center, called for regular follow-up to ensure the survival and sustainability of the trees that will be planted. Likewise, Mr. Takhasta Kiflamaram, representative of the Forestry and Wildlife Authority in the Gashwarka region, indicated that 820,000 tree seedlings are ready for planting at nursery centers in the subzones of Barantu, Aghordat, Mansoura, and Lunga Ansaba. Mr. Takhasta called on ERA administrators and village to coordinate the planting of the tree seedlings and conduct regular follow-up to ensure their sustainability. The ERA administrators, on their part, called for the trees to be planted by participants in the student summer work program and vegetable farmers in selected areas with a view to ensuring the survival of the newly planted seedlings. Those were local news updates. We'll be back with international ones right after this. In our global matters, West African leaders signed an agreement approving the construction of a gas pipeline linking Nigeria to Morocco at a summit of regional bloc ECOWAS in Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown. The roughly 6,000-kilometer Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline will cross 13 countries along Africa's Atlantic coast, carrying Nigerian gas to Morocco before connecting to the Maghreb-Europe pipeline. Morocco's State Hydrocarbon Agency and Nigeria State Oil Company, NNPC, said in a statement that the project aimed to link West Africa's gas resource to major regional markets. The project, first proposed during Moroccan King Mohammed VI's visit to Abuja in 2016, is estimated to cost around $27 billion. Construction is expected to begin in 2028, with the first gas deliveries targeted for 2031. Its revival has been driven in part by Algiers' 2022 decision to stop supplying gas to Spain via Morocco after diplomatic ties between Algiers and Rabat broke down. U.S. President Donald Trump unveiled 50% tariffs on a wide range of imports from Canada in response to what the U.S. administration called its discriminatory treatment of American-made cars, alcohol, and dairy products, threatening a new front in a global trade war. The new tariffs, set to take effect in 30 days, would also apply to dairy products, swimming pools, furniture, fishing rods, seeds, clothing, and wigs, among other items. The U.S. Trade Representative's office said that the tariffs would apply to nearly $20 billion of imports from Canada. That's about 5.2% of the $382 billion worth of goods that the U.S. imported from Canada in 2025, according to U.S. Census Bureau data. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said in a statement that his government has made comprehensive proposals to resolve trade disputes with Washington, asserting that Trump's past tariffs violating the North American Trade Pact. The Trump administration has long complained that Canada and China implemented retaliatory measures in response to the barrage of tariffs Trump has tried to impose since returning to the White House last year. British Labour Party leader Andy Burnham officially became Britain's Prime Minister yesterday after King Charles III invited him to form a government. He succeeded Keir Starmer, who earlier tendered his resignation to the King. Burnham later delivered his first speech as Prime Minister outside 10 Downing Street. Noting that he was the 7th British Prime Minister since 2016, he acknowledged that politicians had not been good enough and pledged to do better, while promising a new political model and new economic model. Burnham previously served as Culture Secretary, Health Secretary, and Mayor of Greater Manchester. British media said Burnham faced major challenges, including weak economic growth, strained public services, a high cost of living, and an increasingly fragmented political landscape. Andy Burnham of the Labour Party has been appointed the United Kingdom's 7th Prime Minister in a decade. He has promised to focus more clearly on issues people care about, such as the cost of living crisis and poorly performing services. We're about to end our news broadcast, but here's a final look at the top stories before we sign off. Cultural villages contribute to preservation of societal culture. Shahayamo Nursery prepares 135,000 tree seedlings for planting. West African leaders approve Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline. And U.S. imposed new 50% tariff on Canadian products. That's all with the news for the session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you for watching. Salim Barhana signing off. Have a great night.